Hello, everyone. I'm Jackie, and welcome to Spirit World Insights. If you are brand new to my channel, I am a spiritual medium and healer, and I like to do a video playlist around different aspects of stepping into your empowerment through this ascension process. So if you are a starseed, a light worker, etc., then this channel is for you, because utilizing the knowledge, the tools and the techniques that my spirit guides bring in and bring through me in order to help those of you that would like some extra navigation or interpretation on some of the things that you're picking up on, then hopefully the videos that I make here are going to help those of you at just the right time. All right, let's see. So today we're doing Spirit World Insights. That means that I'm tapping into Archangel Metatron, and it happens to be the 11/11/2023 portal. If this is something that is a new concept to you, if you think about the 11th month on the 11th day, and then again 2023, when you add those single numbers together, you get 11. So it's a triple 11. When we think about what kind of energy that's bringing through for us, it's an amplification, so to say. It's almost like taking whatever it is that you're focusing your intention on and tripling it. It's expanding it into pretty much anything and everything that you choose to connect to. So if you've been watching the videos for a while, welcome back. And then think back to how you've been feeling in this progression. I really want to focus mainly on the fact that during that eclipse time that we had, it was so intense. The emotions were what I call haphazard. They were flying in so many different directions, and they kept coming back to anger and frustration, self-sabotage especially. And this was so incredibly unexpected. For me, it kind of like came out of nowhere, but I was also transitioning into doing a lot of traveling. And so I at first was thinking it was mine. And then of course, Metatron was like, this isn't yours, this is collective. And it's something that you're picking up on globally. And so I want to highly encourage you guys that whatever you were dealing with during that eclipse, I hope you felt the shift of that once the eclipse was over. And then we start moving into now the new moon. And even though I'm not like high into astrology, which I'm not, that's something I love, but I don't resonate with it to teach it. But I do read and keep up with those that do. And when they're talking about this new moon coming in and this 11/11 portal, it's again amplifying what you're choosing to focus on. So if you're still holding or harboring some of that stuff that you felt during the eclipse, then you're going to amplify that now. If you've been able to shift out of that and into something that's more level, more key. For me, it was like a light switch went off. All of a sudden I went from anger and frustration, doubt and grief, to now I just feel a lot more balanced. My mind, my mental capacity is way more clear now than it was during the eclipses. And so what I am putting out and elevating today through this 11/11 portal is that sense of calm and peace and balance. So this is where Metatron is saying, check in, check in with yourself. And it's important today to ask yourself, where are your intentions? What are you focusing on? Because it will be amplified today. Beyond just you, in other words, beyond what you're feeling inside, it's amplified out around you into your environment and your reality. So that's the wisdom that is coming through the channeling. I do also feel that it's important for us to remember that this is, he's giving me he's giving me the word topsy-turvy. Not necessarily a word that I use very often, but I'm getting a topsy-turvy of emotions and events that can impact your own emotional state of mind and well-being. And because of that, he's saying it's so important to drop back into your heart chakra and ask, where is your home base? Because if what you're sensing and feeling isn't your home base status, I'm not talking about your default, because your default might be programmed and conditioned, or it could be reacting from the environment around you for a long period of time. I want you to go into your heart and say, what is my home base? What do I know that I know that I know that I don't even know why I know it, but I just do? Because you're probably going to find love there. You're going to find love, acceptance, joy, patience, determination, capability. I mean, all of these power words are usually the ones that reside in the heart, but we tend, when we're going through drama and trauma, we tend to ignore it, or we just kind of stuff it aside, and we're like, yeah, that's how my heart feels, but my mind is telling me that I need to be in panic mode, or I need to be in be worried mode. You know what I mean? It's going into those negative. Yeah, thank you. Metatron's saying it's almost like a frequency that's moving through the planet that's wanting people to move back into the negative aspect of what's going on around you. He goes, and you have to make a conscious choice to go back to your home base of love. You know, it makes sense. It's not easy. I know it's not easy. Believe me, I'm part human. So I understand that how that is, that there are days where I tell myself, and maybe this will be helpful for some of you. Some days I tell myself, look, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to have this human thing, this human reaction, or maybe you need 2 hours, maybe you need 2 days. If you need 2 weeks, then I'm just going to be like, set better boundaries for yourself, because you deserve better than that. But giving yourself time to feel these 3D emotions, because you cannot process them unless you feel them. But it is so important, because they're not going to process unless you step into the home-based truth of love, because that's where the processing takes place. So in other words, it's like if you're not feeling good, you're feeling angry, you're not going to be able to get to a space of love until you tell yourself, look, I come from love, and then I'm asking that's not love to process back to it. Make sense? You can't get to something without acknowledging that you are that thing. And then you ask what's not you to process. I know it sounds so simple, right? It sounds almost too simple, and it actually is. But we have this default and this programmed conditioned thing that we ought to just make it hard. And it really isn't, but the way that we are programmed, that's what it just keeps coming down to. The way that we are programmed, he says we feel obligated, or, oh wow, he says that we actually feel like we're not doing ourselves justice if we don't give ourselves the time to feel bad about what we don't want to feel bad about. Yeah, it's like we feel like we need, wait, hang on, let me make sure I say this right. Okay. Yeah, he's saying that you want to feel justified. Oh, that makes so much sense. Wow, Metatron. I'm like, wow. Okay. You do. That's so true, that people feel like they need to justify how they feel. And again, if that's anger, jealousy, resentment, grief, you know, the list goes on. You need to feel justified for that emotion in order to, almost in order to feel like you can let it go. Okay? And then, but he says, but remember, it's okay to justify that because that is what you're feeling. It is what's going on in the moment. And you do need to feel it in order to process it back to love. But he says, just remember to come back to the home base of love, connect with that, and then pull that thing that needs justification in and through. And in my other videos, I've taught you techniques on how to do that. Wow, that's, I think that's a good message that needed to be heard today. I think there's definitely a lot of us, again, that are amplifying through this 1111 portal, lots of different things that we are feeling, carrying, holding on to, whatever by choice. And it's just a matter of being reminded that in that heart chakra, we do have the capacity to step beyond the things that are not in our highest good working for us. Okay. All right, Metatron, what else would you like to talk about? Yeah. He's bringing up the dualistic aspect of it again, that the things that a lot of us are, because if we talk about this on a global level, there are so many different things going on, and we have to have duality on this planet. So just keep in mind that the things that you're going through, they're showing you what needs healing. When you have things that happen that seem negative, okay, it just means it's showing you what needs to be healed. So be observant, pay attention, know that you deserve to come back to that home space of love. And in order to do that, you've got to recognize what it is that's not in alignment and then make the choice. And again, you can give yourself a couple minutes, couple hours, couple days. But if you're heading down to 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, and you're still holding on to something, then yeah, maybe you need to call me. We need to consult. So anyway, okay, that's the message for today. And I hope that you guys will check out my website. I do have some videos that are on sale for $11 that you can have private access into through YouTube that teach how to clear yourself, land, and property. I also teach about how to interpret your dreams, and I always forget what the other one is. How to interpret the language of sensations within your body, which basically talks about how to process the energy within. There's 3 ways to process energy. Metatron says that it's either transcended, integrated, or alchemized. And so I teach that process in that video. All right, you guys, if you like the video, if you give it one of these, if you didn't, give it one of these so I know what the heck is going on out there with you guys, if you like these videos or not. And then, yeah, if you know anybody else that could use this information, please share it. And until next time, okay, happy 11/11. Bye.